places, and then you go to tomorrow if tomorrow never comes, or the dance, or you go to.
All right, so it bloomed.
Chesney, there goes my life, and,
and it's
no shoes, no shirts, no problem whatsoever. You know, it's a big party. You know, so I just love
burning really well. I'm gonna leave the cast iron grill over the top of it to get warmed up, and then when I drop the meat on it, I'll be able to sear it off real good. I haven't used the lid, the restriction lid, the restrictor lid that allows the flame to where you're able to adjust the level of flame that's coming out. I'm not sure if I will. Probably should, just to be able to work it well, but we're going to have a big old piece of fatty meat, and then in this little tin we're going to do some vegetables, so we'll see what that looks like. But I feel better that I have alcohol on the boat than pressurized kerosene or gasoline or white fuel, camp fuel, that I had before with my Coleman burner, and what came with the boat as far as pressurized kerosene. So I'm pretty not interested in that. I had a fire, I'm scared of shit, so I'm not going to do it again, ever. But alcohol you can put out with water. You can put it out with water. You don't have to use your fire extinguisher. You don't have to worry about that. Just pour some water on it, it goes away. And always have a nice piece of thick roving fiberglass cloth, or a fire cloth, chuck on it. Fire's no joke. Alright, so we'll look at it when we get a piece of meat on it. So this is with the kettle on it, with 2 burners going, and it goes right up around it. It's a considerable amount of heat to use 2 of these. It's real basic. Not gonna apologize for it. It is what it is. I'll make something better at some point, I'm sure. But right now, this is all I wanna play with. Just that cast iron grill from an old lodge grill that I've had for years and years, and a pan to make sure that no flames get on anything. But you can see it's already puffing out, and that steam's coming out. It is definitely on the boil, on the way. So we'll see. Alright, so it's blowing out, and it'll whistle if you need it to whistle, but you can tell it's steaming like a big freight train, and it's only been on there a few minutes. It really puts out a lot. These Trangia stoves almost put out too much flame, so I might only ever use one on each thing. But we're gonna get a sear on this steak, and then we'll pull it to the side when we drop it on. But that's enough. That's enough. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Well, there's a lot of heat on that. A lot of heat on that. Well, let's see what happens, Captain. Alright, we're about centered. Alright, so I'm going to see what I can do with this.
Well, that with his inability to say radical Islamic terror, can you reconcile that with this ridiculous, insane Iranian nuclear deal? Right.
That is cranking out a lot of heat.
Most to enemies
I mean, it's not out of control. It's just a lot of heat, guys. I should have done this a year ago. I don't like using electric because you just don't on a boat. And then I've already talked about the other various fuels I just don't care for. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. These little Trangias, and they're not expensive, and nothing's fancy. And it's pretty easy. Pretty easy. So it's been like a minute and a half. I'm gonna flip it in a minute or two. We'll see where we go from there. Nothing can be too fancy. Simple. Keep it simple. So that's it flipped. That's just a couple of minutes. It might look pretty charred on a couple of spots, but I think that's just the way the phone is. In real life up close, I mean, it's a Pittsburgh. It's supposed to be like that, and it's going to have a good sear to it. And I'm not worried about it, and I wouldn't expect anybody that I tried to feed to be worried about it. But we got some dark beer and some good scotch, and we're going to do this steak up. And we'll go right from there, but can't see why this doesn't work for everything. For a boat. A lot of fire. So the steak is off, and the vegetables are on, and the flame has gone down significantly. I think them being close together like that may make them burn a little fast. May make the fuel be used up a little faster. But I may have to add some fuel here shortly to finish off these veg, and then but they're not going to take much to heat up all the way, and I can always cover them to retain the heat. We'll see how that works out when this fire goes out. But one's out, so that wasn't too scary. Good first time on that one. Okay guys, so what I've done is, now that the fire is completely out, the reason that I like this cast iron so much is the reason that cast iron is so popular with most people who like it so much as I do, is that it retains a vast amount of heat over other grill materials. So this heat is going to just sit and continue to warm these vegetables, cook these vegetables all the way through, keep the meat warm, which has been resting. And I'm just going to cover it with a plate that I'm going to eat off of and let it sit. But at the end of the day, and that's dinner on some Trangias on board a sailboat, sailing vessel Anne. Me and my dinner companion. Incidentally, unfortunately, I don't have the GoPro. I don't have the GoPro charged up, so I can't show you the stopwatch on my phone that I used, but the cook time was about 20 minutes, 18, 19, 20 minutes. I admit that I didn't stop it as soon as the flames went out. I actually kind of got sidetracked with taking the last video and looking at my handiwork. But at the end, but again, yeah, somewhere in the 20-minute range for mostly 3/4 full stove. And there you have it, folks. That's what we're going to have for dinner. It's the best thing around. So, thanks for watching. Glad to have you with me.